With his superhero ideals being tested like never before, will Miles be able to rise to the occasion and defeat the rabble once and for all? Well, let's hop into the pages of Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 19 and find out together, shall we? So then, picking up directly from where the last issue left off, Raneem had succeeded in forcing Miles into the ultimate no-win scenario. Either he's forced to kill her in doing so, betraying everything he believes as a superhero and as a person, or letting the Cape Killers die at the hands of their brand new tampered with suits. That's pretty damn bad, but it actually gets worse as the Cape Killers also stand the chance of killing Miles' assembled friends and allies, including Shift, his clone brother, who may very well have been dealt a fatal blow if Miles can't finish this confrontation off and quick. Things are getting so dire and spiraling so out of control that even the normally selfish and self-serving Agent Gao surprises everyone by tanking a hit for Starling, saying that she only ever wanted to try and protect people. Making matters worse, though, is that Miles can't rely on the old tricks to beat the rabble in this fight, even his brand new ascended level of power, which I only found out later Cody Ziegler actually refers to as Miles Max with 2 X's, will be no use in this confrontation as Raneem has become something of a Spider-Man expert, upgrading her rabble suit to the point that it's actually able to absorb massive amounts of bioelectricity, knocking Miles out of his brand new form, and empowering her enough to break his damn elbow just to really sell how serious all of this is getting. Still though, even amongst all of these mounting odds, Miles stays true to himself and resolute as ever in his refusal to take a life. Quite simply too, if Miles' venom blasting arm is broken, then he's going to have to get a little bit more creative, dig deeper into his bag of tricks, and well, start using his legs for a change. The rabble clearly wasn't expecting this sort of turnabout, and because of that she starts fighting dirty, activating a straight up solar flare to try and blind Miles. In doing so, Miles' own spider sense is forced to work overtime, and we're actually treated to a really clever little artistic flourish here, wherein the color completely disappears from the latter half of the fight. Geez, you know what, at this rate they're gonna start making me read right to left. It's while struggling around on the ground Miles ends up coming across his salvation, more of Agent Gao's power dampening collars. She must have given them over to the rabble so that she could try and tinker with them. It's after that all Miles has to do is bide his time and wait for the perfect moment to slap one on his foe. Raneem is defeated and cut off from all of her rabble powers to control machines. Miles, in true heroic fashion, doesn't gloat about this victory, quite the opposite. He wishes he could have done more. He says that he still very much wants to try and help Raneem, wants to save her, but he now knows that he personally can't do it, but that doesn't mean he's going to stop trying. Just because Miles Morales can't save Raneem doesn't mean someone can't. And with that, the day is essentially saved. The Cape Killers are freed from their overclocked suits, including Agent Gao, who actually manages to sneak away before the other cops show up. If you want to know more about what became of her, be sure to read the brand new Deadpool book, also being written by Cody Ziegler. Mayor Luke Cage and Misty Knight also show up to pat Miles on the back for a job well done. Luke even says he's going out of his way to take some of the Power Act funds and reallocate them to brand new educational projects throughout the city. After all, perhaps if they do it this way, they can stop the next rabble from being born. Shift also survived his injuries too. Apparently he had more of a healing factor than anyone could have believed, but he's still pretty damn banged up. Though that's nothing compared to the mental scars he still clearly holds, what with being created as a killer clone weapon and all. Shift won't even let the EMTs touch him or take him to a hospital out of fear that they're taking him back to the same lab that he was born in. Luckily, Miles knows the name of a pretty goddamn good nurse in his mother Rio. And because Shift is basically his brother, and because baby Billy already knows him, Miles figures now is the best time as ever to introduce the clone to the rest of the family, proving beyond the shadow of a doubt as the comic comes to a close that while Miles might not be able to help everyone he sets out to, he still helps the right people, and that's what's important. And so that was Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 19, everybody, and this really feels like Cody Ziegler closing the page on yet another chapter in his time on the Miles book. It's hard to believe through all the different tie-ins that this series is forced to take part in that it still manages to be so damn good, so damn thematic, and hit the landing so well. As always, the real star of the show here is just how much Miles continues to grow and change and mature over the course of this series. It really feels like we're watching him come into his own, in a way you don't always see in superhero comics that always feel like they gotta drag things out and drag them out. Throughout the course of this last last arc, we've seen Miles really take seriously his brand new mentorship with Misty Knight, master new powers, make new friends, reunite with old friends, and redouble his efforts to being a superhero, including everything that means morally. It's just a damn fine comic book from top to bottom, and I can't wait to see what Cody Ziglar has in store for the rest of the series moving forward. I would give this one another very well-deserved 8 out of 10.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me in the channel. So with that out of the way everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.